This is part two of my my Kohler 3600 watt generator repair. I fixed a whack load of problems with this generator. There was wiring issues because it had been exposed to a lot of salt road spray from the tire. It's mounted right in front of the front wheel on an RV, a diesel pusher, and it's all rusty. You can see in these pictures. The starter solenoid down here had about three wires that were totally corroded. I don't know how it was working, but this wire here was getting no power from the coil up here. I fixed that. What else did I fix? There was some problems in here. The commutator was corroded inside here, and I got in there and fixed that. Cleaned it up. The starter I rebuilt. I got a video about that. I put a new brass bushing in it, and I was referring to the Bendix as the drive wheel, little drive gear. So I used the wrong term for that. It's a Bendix. It spins out and grabs the flywheel, the ring gear on the flywheel, and starts the generator. There's no pull cord on this generator, so if your starter doesn't work, you're dead in the water. There's no way you'll get it running, so I had to do that. So I'll show it to you now. So this is what it looks like now. I've gone over everything. I wire brushed it, sanded all the rust, gave it a coat of paint. I re-threaded a couple of holes. You can see this hole here this bolt had broken off, and the bottom one as well. So I re-threaded it with a 1/4 inch tap. I re-threaded these. I drilled actually holes. There's the original holes back here. This tin wasn't lining up. It was almost touching the spark plug because there was nothing holding this whole piece of tin. So I threaded into the fin on the head here, and put 2 bolts there. It's lining up nicely now. I changed this wire right back to the coil up here, and I've changed a bunch of wires on the solenoid down here. It was a miracle it was running at all. I wire brushed everything. The ground terminal was very corroded. Cleaned that up. I went over everything on it. I re-threaded. No, actually these were all broken. These 4 bolts here. You can see 1, 2, and 3. There's only 1 out of the 4 that's still left, top corner over there. And when I had this cover off, I could see there's 4 holes here threaded with nothing in them. So I drilled out those and remount, and now this tin it's held on with that. What else did I do? Anyway, I gave it a really good sanding and cleaning up. This motor actually blows. The hot air blows. It pulls air from the other end of the motor through this end, and air travels down here into this compartment, and there's a big blower in here, and it blows air out the bottom. There's a little square chute, and it shoots the air out the bottom, so the hot air goes out the bottom and not up towards the RV. So the only thing I got left to do now is put the air filter on, and this is the oil I used. I bought some synthetic 10W30. This is the stuff that they recommend for cold weather starts. So if you have if you're in a cold climate and you need to start this -20, -30, it'll probably start a lot better with synthetic, and it's a little more expensive, but worth it. So there's my update. Next I'm going to get it in the RV and hook everything up, and I got to show you the results from my oil test the other day. So here I did this test about 3 days ago. I dropped a drop of oil on each spot on the paper and a drop on the metal up here, and I was really impressed with the bar chain oil, the heavy. It's really spread out here, and it's the stickiest of all the oil. So I think this fall In the coming weeks, I'm going to give my truck an oil spray with that. It's the most inexpensive oil on here, I think. Hydraulic oil. It was always my best choice, my favorite of them. The transmission fluid, ATF, and the engine oil. All of these four here are good choices. Hydraulic oil. There's the gear oil. I wouldn't use that. But I'll give you a close-up. There's the 5W30 on the metal. 1540. They're all good choices, I think. So I think that I'm going to use... I watched someone on YouTube use bar chain oil. And their bar chain oil. And it really spread. It went right up the side. I just threw in the two-stroke chain gear engine oil and the linseed oil. Linseed oil didn't do very much over here on the metal. And the vegetable oil actually really spread out. It climbed part way up the side there. So this year I'm going to try the heavy bar oil. So there's my results after 3 days. Thanks for watching.